we basically talk more about the idea of substages. For example, what's going to happen inside of each stage. We have like different substages for sensory motor skills, or like a stage 1 in Piaget. Stage 1 is just exercising different reflexes. It's going to be started from birth to 1 month. And basically here just some general sensory motor skills. The infant is just trying to just use their senses and do some small movements. Nothing actually happening here, just some general patterns. However, in substage 2, we can see some developing in schemes. For example, we can see that some sort of reflexes gonna modify better based on one appropriate stimuli. For example, this time they would just go only for mom's breast instead of just sucking everything inside their mouths. They can just understand that, for example, this is mom, the smell is same, the body is same, so probably now it is the time for doing like some sort of sucking reflexes. Here we can see some sort of coordination from like different parts of body, and we can see that the schemes are like more focused on a specific stimuli as well. Then we have substage 3, which is basically all about discovering new procedures, just understanding what is going on in the environment. It just happening by age 4 to 8 months, and infants is just so interested about the environment. They can just understand different procedures. They can actually enjoy from interacting with the environment. It is the best time for exposing children and infants to toys, especially some toys that can involve their perceptual and hearing capability, and can just help them to just make sense of the word better. Then we have substage 4, which is basically intentional behavior. Here they do have some goals and they can understand how to pursue that goal. If you would check your book, you can see some great examples that can help you a lot. At this age, children do some play behavior, and they're actually their play behaviors like makes sense. Like they basically start from one goal and they are trying to like reach a specific goal right after that. We don't have like some sort of random playing. Here we have like goals and meaning for everything. Then we have substage 5, which basically all about novelty. It's about exploration. This is from age 12 months to 18 months, which means like 1 year and a half. Here we have like different trial and error behavior to solve a problem. For example, if they are doing puzzles, maybe the first or second times they are doing wrong, but eventually they can get the right answer. So here they are just exploring the environment, but they can understand and make sense of environments in a better way. If you would remember, I previously mentioned that Piaget's stages, they are just different qualitatively. Here we can see that this is like the same play behavior. However, here we can see they are just trying to solve a problem and they can understand the solution for solve this problem. The last stage gonna be mental representation. It's gonna be from age 18 to 24 months. Here, I would say that they are capable of doing some limited mental problem solving. They can understand word better. They can just actually understand the idea of behind some actions. So they are just doing some transition from being like a very passive person. I mean, we know that they are not passive, but the problem is they are just acting more independently and confidently, and they are just trying to interact with the environment in the better way. So I already gave the answer for that, but the question here is there any other sub stages for sensory motor stage? I guess no, because we know that this stage is from age 0 to 2. So basically, we have 6 different substages, and we mentioned all of them. And like you know that each substage is just it has a specific order. It is just different in quality compared to the previous stage. Yes, for example, children they are playing with different toys, but in the very last substage, they know more in depth about the same activity. So some other stuff also is happening inside each substages. For example, object permanency. I guess you know about this. I already talked about this in your final project lecture. This is the idea of the object exists, even though you actually try to hide that object from infant's perspective. But I mean, they know that it exists. But they have to reach a specific age to understand that. Otherwise, they feel like, okay, the object is gone, which is not true. You are just, hide that object. Like here, you can actually have a better understanding depending on each substage. Different elements might happen. For example, in substage 3, we have like the idea of if the object would be hidden but partially visible, children are able to search for that. In substage 4, they are able to understand error A, not B. Check that, it is very important, but I feel like it's just very interesting as well, because like you're gonna be amazed about how infants are smart and cognitively capable of doing some crazy problem solving. And the way we are actually measuring their cognitive development is very smart as well. We are also smart as adults. But in stage 5, they have like better understanding of the idea of searching. For example, if you would hide an object, they would just search different places. Just, okay, they know that it is here, but they cannot see that. So they do some search here and there to just find the object. In substage 6, they can complete the idea of invisible displacement task. Read about that in your book. It is also very important. So here I have a video for you that you can see error A, not B, which is also important. Watch that. You probably can use that in your final project. You can also use this content, also like the more complete one from your book, for your final project whenever you are just writing the conclusion, or whenever you are just trying to come up with some questions beside the question that I already gave you. So I feel like the whole idea of this chapter, this section, can be really helpful for your final project as well.